Ben here. Guess what we're going to talk about now? So, using our Stellar SEA that comes standard with the 8-inch rudder. As you can see, we have fitted the weed guard. If you fit the weed guard with the 8-inch rudder right around like this, make sure it runs parallel with the boat, that way it goes best. It will work with every other rudder. This is the best general purpose rudder we have. Good for waves, good for flat water, and good for shedding weeds. Good all-round rudder. Also gives you a little more stability for folks that need it. Let's talk about how to take the rudder off as we go through our other rudders. First thing to do, of course, is unscrew the hatch. The hatch is easy to cross thread. It's something worth noting when putting it back on. Then you'll need an 8mm wrench, and you use that on the nut. And just a few things to look out for here. Lock nut. Sometimes there's a lock washer and then a regular washer, and then the yoke. Important you realize on the yoke there's these plastic pieces. The fat part of the plastic piece sits up, and then you need to watch out for line wear and stuff like that. As you can see, I need to replace this line. The little square in the yoke is what turns the rudder. Here's the rudder. Most of these rudder shafts are a standard length, especially the modern ones are definitely. Some of the old ones are not that way, so you'll know where the boat is. What you can also do to make the rudder fit a little better is sand these areas to make it so it works really well. Another thing that's good to have is a larger washer that fits over the top of the rudder post itself, and this will sit on the sleeve if you need to take out some clay. Okay. This is our 4-inch weed rudder. As you can see, excellent at shedding weeds, really good for shallow water use because it isn't as deep in the water, and fairly good for smallish waves. Bear in mind that there isn't as much turning power on this, so if the wave starts accelerating you hard, you just don't have enough rudder area to make it to control the boat. So small waves, excellent for wake riding on kayaks. When you get onto motorboats, maybe getting a little small. So this rudder, as you can see, also is well behind the center of pivot, so it self-straightens really well. Plenty of space here, but weeds tend to just feed all the way off. Comparison of the two rudders. Our aggressive big wave rudder is the 9-inch rudder. As you can see, good self-straightening rudder as well, a lot of volume behind the rudder post, much more vertical, therefore much more aggressive in its turning. This gives us some stability. Bear in mind when I use this rudder, especially when I get aggressive with it, it's going to tilt the boat a little bit. So stability yes, but also stability no. Just be aware of how that works. Good aggressive rudder, big waves, if I'm worried about being able to control the boat. To attach the rudder, place rudder post into the rudder sleeve. Grab your 8mm wrench, your washer, and your nut. Align the yoke and the top of the rudder post with the shapes, so the squares at the top all line up. Plop my washer on, my 10 fingers. 10 thumbs, I mean, and nut. Screw this on as far as you can with your fingers, and then continue till it's snug So a couple of things to watch out for. Make sure that the knot is on the front side of the washer that is on the yoke on both sides, and make sure this is seated all the way down. Then, with those in place, grab the hatch cover, back that up a bunch until you know that the threads are not going to lock, and then screw down. And if you've got it correct, it'll stay super flush. Stellar rudders.